wanted to just encourage us as we begin a new week, thinking about just all the things that continually get thrown at us. It appears as though every time we turn around, there's some negative news that is coming to us. Maybe it's because of the vaccine and its slow rollout, or perhaps it is the uncertainty of the market, that there's this chance that we may have this downturn, or you may be thinking about, well, with this new administration, things are going to go south and things are going to turn bad, or whatever it is. There is a great sense of fear and loathing, and the airline industry not recovering quickly, and when are we going to be able to get back to life as normal, whatever that means for us. In all of that, I think we lose sight of the bigger picture of what's going on. That no matter what goes on around us, no matter what in our world is trying to drag us down, and remember that our world, that's the intention of the world, is to discourage us, because this world is not our home. And so that's the intent. We'll be talking more about that in upcoming sermon series. But I want us to be encouraged today, because I think that God is with us in the midst of this. And let me give you the example of what I mean. I want to read from Isaiah 53, or 51, I should say. And I'm going to read a few verses, but I'm going to just kind of outline real quickly the first, 10 or so verses. And it says, very beginning, verse 1, it says, "Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness, you who seek the Lord." And then he goes on and talks about how he has looked over you from the past and looking, is going to take you to a place where he's going to recreate the Garden of Eden. And then in verse 4 he says, "Listen to me, my people, and give heed to me, my nation, for teaching will go out from me, and my justice a light for the people." This idea that he has called us his own. Not America, but as God's people. And he talks about how he's going to watch over us, and how he's going to make sure that his salvation is forever. And then he says, "Listen to me," in verse 7, "you who know righteousness, you people who have my teaching in your hearts. Do not fear the reproach of others, and do not be dismayed when they revile you." Part of walking with Christ is this idea that there will be people who will dismiss you, who will look down on you. And he's saying, don't worry about that. And then I want to get to verse 9 and read a few verses here and see if this doesn't encourage you. It did when I read it. It says, "Awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake as in days of old." He talks about how he's gonna get moving again. And then here's the part I wanted to read, was verse 12. It says, I am he who comforts you. Why then are you afraid of a mere mortal who must die? A human being who fades like grass. Have you forgotten the Lord your Maker, who stretched out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth? You fear continually all day long because of the fury of your oppressor, who is bent on destruction. But where is the fury of the oppressor? The oppressed shall speedily be released. They shall not die and go down to the pit, nor shall they lack bread. For I am the Lord your God, who stirs up the seas so that the waves roar. The Lord of hosts is my name. I have put my words in your mouth and hidden you in the shadow of my hand. Stretching out the heavens, laying the foundations of the earth, and saying to Zion, you are my people. Don't be dismayed by the negativity of our world, whether it's on social media or wherever you are. You will see this kind of conflict and unrest and downtroddenness, that if there's such a word as even as that. Know that you're in good hands, that you are God's people, and we need not fear what we see going on around us. In fact, Jesus says we need to know how to tell the signs of the times. And so we are to expect this, but not be dismayed by it, because we are hidden in the shadow of God's hand. I hope that encourages you as you start a new week. Don't be beat down. Keep your eyes on our God, for he keeps his eyes on you more than you can imagine. Stay strong. Serve the Lord. Let me pray. Lord, thank you that you are here, you are among us, and you are watching over us. Lord, I ask that you would be with us this week as we start, and may you be glorified by it. Help us to keep our eyes open to your Spirit moving in our midst, and to not be sidetracked by the things of this world. That is what I ask this day in your name. Amen. This Wednesday, we're going to gather for our first Wednesday at 6:30, both streaming as well as live at Faith. And we're going to be talking about loving your neighbor, talking about what's going on in our neighborhood around race relations and the things that are going on. We'll be talking with Scott Marks, who is the community liaison officer for the Minnetonka Police Department. He'll be with us. And so we invite you to join that as we try to delve into how can we be good neighbors in our world. Beyond that, on the 17th of the month is Ash Wednesday. We will be having an Ash Wednesday service at 6:30. So it will be live, it will be streamed. And if you are going to watch it at home and you would like some ashes, we have little vials of ashes that are in the office that we invite you to come and pick up to use during our virtual service as we're streaming it. Best time to get that, it would either be Sunday during worship, but obviously if you're not coming to worship, then maybe come by on a Wednesday when the office is open. Typically, from like 10 to 2 or 3 probably you can get in, and pick up one of those vials in the office. They're free. Just pick one up and then join us, and you can have some ashes to join with us on Ash Wednesday. And then during Lent on Wednesday nights, we will have a virtual soup supper. It'll simply be a half hour from 6 to 6:30, a chance to be on Zoom together. I'll do a short devotional, and then just allow us to have time to have some conversation and enjoy each other's company. So I hope you'll make plans for that for the 5 weeks of Lent between Ash Wednesday and Holy Week. So just a couple of things going on, and so glad to be with you guys, and I hope you have a great week this week. God bless. Bye-bye now.